This is the new Logitech BLOK protective keyboard case. It's a really long name, but detachable keyboard. This is Logitech's new brand of Logi keyboard cases that they first released as part of their new brand lineup. Let's check it out.
The case is made of a hard nylon covered material with a hard plastic back, which of course is water, ketchup, plum sauce, and Smarties resistant. The rubber is a special polymer mix made with science, making it as hard as Hulk, and includes a rib design on the inside to absorb any impact. You know you've done something wrong when you have to include instructions on how to install the iPad, which basically requires you to go to the gym for a month and build enough muscle until you squeeze your iPad into this case. Luckily, once you start regretting this case, removal is just as hard. Taking a look around, the volume buttons are covered but have raised marks to indicate where they are. They're still easy to click though, and there's a cutout for the mic on the side. The top mic is covered. There's also a groove for L-shaped headphone jack, and there's a magnetic strip along the left side. Cutouts through at the bottom, as well as one for the camera and mic for the moms out there that still use an iPad for photos. The keyboard, now using two CR232 battery cells, provides up to 4 years of battery life, provided you turn off the keyboard once in a while. And yeah, it has a sleep wake functionality built in. To connect the keyboard, turn it on. Hold down the Bluetooth button, go into settings, Bluetooth settings, select the keyboard, type in the code that pops up, and hit enter. Quickest tutorial ever. The keyboard is still just as amazing. You've got the row of iOS shortcut keys, including home, Siri, search, keyboard switcher, on-screen keyboard, playback controls, volume controls, iPad lock, Bluetooth, and a battery checker. You have a full keyboard layout, meaning no combined keys, arrow keys, function and command keys, as well as standard copy and paste shortcuts. Typing is still totally awesome. The satisfying click, well-spaced keys, and large buttons mean you don't have to relearn the layout. What differentiates this case from the Canvas or Type Plus though? A detachable keyboard. You can type from a distance without having to sit in an awkward position. Really, any way you like. No one's judging you. Yeah, that means while in bed, and even here. The stand is held in any position you set it at by what only can be explained as centripetal force, or just some sort of metal joint. You can have it stand practically upright because you're getting a 20 to 70 degree range of motion. The stand is also strong enough to withstand above average usage. The best part though is using it without a keyboard. You're able to pretend to read, watch your own YouTube videos, play football, or take it outside. Aside from being the world's hardest case to put on, they also make some bold claims about protection. So let's test it out. I have to say, it does a pretty good job. The first thing you'll notice is the weight. With the keyboard, it weighs in at 1,078 grams. That's equaling 2.5 iPad Air 2s, or 5.5 iPhone 6s Pluses, or 13 GoPro Hero 4 Silvers, 19 Apple Watches, 120 house keys, 216 library cards, and 360 64GB drives. That's like carrying around 23 terabytes of you-know-what. Our other major concern is when you decide to head out with the keyboard, it's almost impossible to comfortably use the iPad as a tablet without having to fumble around holding the keyboard. The magnets aren't strong enough to hold the keyboard, so you're basically carrying two iPads.
The Logi BLOK protective keyboard case retails for $150. It comes in a black you see here. It also comes in a red and a teal blue kind of one color. It is a little on the expensive side, but with their new ribbed cage technology around the iPad, you'll feel definitely, certainly, absolutely safe dropping your iPad. If you like my video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, and do subscribe for future updates. I rest my case.
But the Poetic Turtle skin is surprisingly sturdy and dense while staying very flexible and form-fitting. The coil has a safety feature that turns itself off after 15 seconds to avoid overheating. The good news though is that it can be cleaned by splashing some water onto it, then leaving it to dry, and it'll be good as new.